How's it going, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review Power Season 2, Episode 2, titled Funeral of the Century. Spoiler reviews. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me about 2 minutes to recap it, give you the pros, cons, and final score. Make sure you, if you have a PlayStation Plus membership, you can watch Powers. It's been a month since I've reviewed Powers. I know we're like on, Episode 7, Episode 8 already, and Episode 2 was a month and a half ago. I know I'm late on the reviews. I saw this episode a month and a half ago. I just haven't got up to the camera to review it yet, so please bear with me. It's been a month and a half since I've seen this episode, but I have it all written down, recapping it, giving the pros. I already wrote the pros cons when I saw it that day, so I just kind of have to come back to me. But I do believe, if I remember right, I think this episode was better than the season 2 premiere. It definitely had a stronger premise. It had a stronger, a role within all the characters. I believe this is probably my favorite episode so far of season 2. So anyway, let's get right on to it. Again, if you have not seen most of Powers, I have my Powers season 1 reviews, the playlist right down below in the descriptions if you want to see what I thought about season 1. Mind you, it was a year ago. I was very different a year ago. I was very different 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5. I change every single damn year, and I look at myself and I'm like, damn, that was like 3 months ago. What was I thinking? And I'm pretty sure in 3 months I'm going to look back at this and be like, what was I thinking? I need to you know what I mean? So, either way, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. First off, Callista shows up at Walker's apartment. Walker is going to talk to Nucleus. Walker still doesn't believe that Crispin ended up killing Retro Girl. Zora escapes her fans, which is actually pretty cool. I think Zora has one of the best effects out of the whole show where, it just kind of covers it up where she flies. I love it so much because she just escaped those fans. They all were like going after her and she was like, oh my god. So she escapes, she wants to face off at the billboards. She wants her face off from the billboard. She doesn't want the attention anymore. Nucleus attacked. Nucleus is attacked and killed. It's not Laser. Meet Lance and team. They need to find Laser. Laser's actually dead. There's the funeral. There's a whole big speech going on, and there's this big fight. Callista is in her costume. She's actually in her new costume. She's debuting as the new Retro Girl. This was a very big scene, a very big action fight in the outside as well. So Walker ends up chasing these guys. There's this whole sex club thing that goes on, which even makes it more weird because he's in this sex club and there's fighting, and he attacks this guy. He beats him up. He arrests him. Walker and Callista talk on the roof, and they have eye powers now. There's these little eye powers that are going on. So anyway, let me give you the pros for this episode. I do have to say the ending was very strong, especially even the action scenes, and Callista actually showing her powers was one of the big things for this episode that I enjoyed so much, where everyone looks at her in awe and this big fight breaks out so much. It was very fun, especially the funeral, the way everyone showed up to the funeral, the way the fans were outside and the personal on the inside. It definitely had the way that the budget that they used for this show and the way that they directed it is very well nice. The effects in here weren't that bad whatsoever, really. Episode 1, the premiere, I did call out there were a few bad effects in there, like really, really shitty effects. This episode, I will say that there were no effects that really were like, oh my god, that's the worst thing, or like they kind of had a little up the budget every now and then for the episodes. Zora as well, with her storyline, how she wants to get out of the limelight, so it is very interesting to see Zora kind of go through that. She's even threatening her agent, or her used-to-be agent, shit like that. That's interesting. I couldn't really find nothing wrong with this episode, honestly. Like, I have no cons about this whatsoever when I wrote my review. Callista showing up at Walker's apartment, that was very strong, and then he ends up throwing, I believe this was the episode where he throws this beer bottle. I may be wrong about that. But, doesn't she go to him and she's talking about, like, this is my new suit, or, like, the whole Retro Girl taking that whole thing? It is very interesting. I will say I'm going to end up giving this Powers episode an A-, secondarily a B+. I thought it is my favorite episode for now of Season 2. I've only seen up to 3 episodes of Season 2. This week I'm going to actually follow up on it. But so far it was a great episode. It had great action in there. I love Callista's new... Because I will say, in Episode 1, Callista was annoying as hell. Like, she was annoying. And in this episode, she kind of regained herself and was more fun and more watchable. So comment down below to me what you guys thought about Power Season 2, Episode 2. It's been a long time. If anyone actually does comment, I would gladly appreciate that. If you want to hit that like button if you enjoyed the review, you can. If you don't, Share the video if you want to. Make sure you do watch Powers because it is a very fun show. Actually watch it because the more you watch, the more you share about Powers. We could get renewed for season 3. PlayStation will actually renew Powers. So hopefully if we could get to that point, share with your friends about Powers. It is a fun show. Charlton Copley is awesome as Walker. So anyway, want to see more Powers reviews or any other shows that I actually review, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye-bye.